ladies, does this make sense to you? I know it does to me. Did the man sit with her and tell her? Did he make an environment where it was easy for her to deal with it? And did he buy her the proper attire to start with? I mean, what woman would say no to new clothes? Never. But the problem, some guys want to take a used sheet from somewhere and say, here, throw that over you. You know, and she's going, I don't want to do that. So let's be fair, guys. Let's make an easy way for them to know. They have to know what it is, what's required, and what's optional, if you don't mind me to use such a word. And then to know the when and where to wear it, because they don't have to wear it in front of their own family. Okay, next one. About virgin women in heaven waiting for the men. Yeah, this is the hadith of Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Actually, it's in Quran talking about this. In the paradise, there are many things that you cannot describe, you can't understand. Allah mentioned in Quran many things about the paradise. It doesn't compare with this, and those women there don't compare with women here. Women there, Allah tells you about them, do not have monthly cycles. They do not eliminate. They don't go to the bathroom. This is not in paradise. So they are not compared. So get this mentality straight. Get your head straight. Don't compare that to this. It's much better. The food there is not like the food here. The digestive system there is not like the one here. What you have there is very real, and it never breaks. It doesn't go bad. You don't go to the doctor. And by the way, men, you're going to love this. In the Jannah, 2 things. There's no honeydew list. Some of the ladies laugh. They know what I talk about. You know what that is when you get home? Honey, would you do this and do this and do this? That's honeydew. There's no honeydew list, and there's no toolbox. Because you don't have to fix anything. Everything's perfect. So don't confuse virgin girls in the paradise with dancing girls here in a bar somewhere. This is totally different. This is not prostitution. This is not like, please, stop reading these goofy books. It's totally different. You don't understand it. But Allah gives it to you. Do the women have anything? The women have something even better. Their husband becomes the guy that they wanted him to be here. Can you imagine that? This is a very good question. Why are women permitted to view men during the prayer, but not the other way around? Because women are much more capable of focusing on Allah and concentrating on the subject, whereas men will take anything as a distraction. Anything can distract them, especially women. Good question. What about a woman in Islam who has no husband and no prospects and cannot and does not have any children? Well, that happens. That's Allah's qadr, that's His will. But you shouldn't say that, because I'll tell you what, my wife, the one I have right now, she thought that she was never going to get married. She had been married one time only. She got cancer and her husband divorced her while she was dying of cancer, and he thought she was going to croak. So he ran out, got rid of her, and went and got another wife, but she didn't die. She kept on going, lived another 20-something years, 15 years after that. And then she thought, well, I can never have children, because that was the kind of cancer that she had. And what man would want me? And I'm a Muslim, I'm from Texas, and I don't know Arabic, and I don't know Urdu, I don't know anything. I don't know a lot about Islam, and I have no prospects. Okay? And I was a person at that stage who had just lost my wife, and I had 2 little girls, and I'm saying essentially the same thing, only I got 2 little girls, and who wants a guy that's already loaded up? Nobody. Especially, I wanted to get married to a Muslim lady. Who would want to marry an old guy? That's what I was thinking. Actually, I'm going to end with this one, because I want to tell you what happened. It was a number of months that went by, and I was so upset about what had happened with my marriage, and I felt like, what if I had just done something else, or done this, maybe that. I'm never going to find anybody. And then I met some brothers, some very lovely, lovely brothers from India who were visiting our country. They couldn't speak much English, but they were so sweet. They were so nice, and they were cooking some food in a little masala, masjid, mosque. And they asked me, please stay with us, and please eat with us. And I was so hungry that night, I said, why not? I had my 2 little daughters with me, babies. I mean, one is still in diapers. And I said, oh, why not? I started eating and I felt better. I relaxed. They said, why not stay in the masjid with us overnight? I said, well, I have 2 little girls. I'm going to stay in the masjid overnight like that. They said, one brother has his little girl right here. Why don't you let them go home with him? And then they'll come back in the morning. I had never had my daughters away from me ever. But somehow Allah inspired me that it's just going to be okay, let them go. So I let them go that night. And then they told me, whatever problem you have, they could see I was distraught about something. They said, only Allah can solve it. Only Allah can help you. Only Allah can help you. So in the night, get up. In the night, get up, make wudu, and then ask Allah. Pray and ask Allah. I laid down on the masjid floor and I fell asleep. I was so sound asleep. It was the best sleep I'd had in so long. Then I woke up and I heard water boiling, or water running, or something. Some sound, I kept hearing it. It was black because it was in the masjid, it was dark. But I heard like that. I said, what's that noise? And then as my eyes adjusted, I saw men standing and bowing and prostrating and sitting on the ground. All these men are praying and asking Allah, and they're crying, and this is the sound of them crying. And I said, this is what I need to do. I made wudu, I came back in, and I prayed 2 rak'ah, and I really cried to Allah. I poured my heart out to Him. I stopped complaining to people. I just complained to Allah. Oh Allah, I need to solve this problem. I need a wife. My daughters need a mother. I don't know what I'm going to do. And I cried and I cried and I fell asleep on the floor and I just relaxed. I woke up for Fajr. I felt 100% better. First time I really relaxed. And then my daughters came back and we talked. Did you have a good time? Yeah, we met these girls and we played. We did so and so. You know, that's Sunday. Monday, I had heard about there was this sister, and some brother told me I'm going to, have my wife talk to her, blah, blah, blah. But this has been going on for weeks. And every time I see him, oh, brother, I've been so busy, I had a wreck on my car and this and that, and another problem and so and so and so. Finally, I found out where she worked, a big department store. I said, let me go try to guess where does she work. So I went through the whole store looking. There's a lot of women in those stores, man. And I said, maybe the perfume lady? And maybe this lady over here or that lady. I couldn't guess who was the lady. Finally, I remembered they said she worked in the department where they have the greeting cards and the baggage, or the luggage, something like this. I said, okay. But there's 2 ladies working there. Which one? So African-American lady, she kind of looked like a Muslim. And another lady, and she kind of looked like a Muslim too, but I couldn't decide which one. And then I told my daughter, I said, okay, so how am I going to do it? I'm going to stand behind this bookcase. I'm going to send my daughter. She's 5.